Ja Morant has filed a counter lawsuit against the teenager who claimed that Ja Morant assaulted him. So the headlines of this article from Yahoo's Ja Morant files countersuit against teenager alleges slander and assault after pickup game gone wrong. I'm gonna read some of the excerpts from his article. Ja Morant is countersuing the teenager who accused him of assault during a pickup basketball game at the Memphis Grizzlies star's home, according to a Shelby County Circuit Court filing made Wednesday. The filing, over 100 pages in length, says Morant is a victim of slander, battery, and assault, citing 16 different headlines in various social media posts. Morant's attorney says the 23-year-old is asking for unspecified compensatory damages for harm to his career. The reputation and amplification of a counter-defendant lies spread like wildfire, the filing from Morant's counsel said. So I'm just going to read it more down here. So I'm going to read, I'm just looking. So it says Morant's countersuit says that he holds pickup games for talented young players at his family's home as part of his investment in Memphis, aiding the reputation his lawyers say he has worked to build. Probably these false allegations were meant to make up for the fact the counter-defendant and not Mr. Morant started a fight and threatened to use a gun, the filing says. In the filing, Morant's attorney alleged that Holloway, apparently frustrated during the game, threw the ball at Mr. Morant and intentionally hit him in the face. Getting hit in the face with a basketball hurts, the filing says. For a professional point guard like Morant, an injury to the eyes or nose could be career-ending. So I do find this kind of funny right here, this excerpt. First of all, I've been hit in the face by basketball plenty of times, not on purpose, only once or twice on purpose, but I confronted the person who did it. Won't get into what happened then. But I can tell you, yeah, it hurts, but it's not as painful as like getting a baseball thrown in your face. People forget basketball is pretty light. So it's not really gonna hurt that bad. It can't break your nose or do anything crazy like that. I've never seen someone just be taken out from a basketball. Excuse me. So that to me is just a bogus claim. If you played basketball enough, you probably got a hit in the face at least once by just a bad pass. It happens every now and then. You're going to get accidentally hit in the face. Granted, I do think this kid intentionally threw the ball in Ja's face. I do believe that happened. So here's what also Holloway says. Well, not Holloway, but Ja's lawyer. So according to the document, Holloway allegedly then balled up his fist and walked aggressively toward Mr. Morant as if to attack him. Okay, and now it says the counter complaint alleges that Holloway also changed the story, citing the teenager's claim that he was kicked in his original complaint in September. The allegation does not appear in an amended complaint in March. So I'm not going to read this other excerpt. It's basically just claiming that Holloway made a video calling out Ja Morant and threatening him on Snapchat, and they have proof of that. So that goes. And there's this one big thing right here. That's big to me. That really shows the real reason for his counter lawsuit. Before counter defendant lied and before he or someone else leaked his lies to the media, Mr. Morant was a strong prospect for one of the 6 All-NBA guard spots, the filing says. That selection would be personally significant for Mr. Morant because it would trigger a supermax clause in his contract extension worth millions of dollars. So that's what it's really about. It's about the supermax, which is an insane amount of money, and Ja wants to find a way to get the supermax. He's desperate to get it, and this is part of his desperation is filing this counter lawsuit because he knows that it could affect his ability to make the All NBA team. It could definitely affect him. I think he still has a good chance of it, but there could be voters who are swayed to vote against him simply because of that accident. But at the end of the day, if he doesn't make the All NBA team, it's to me karmic justice for him being stupid and immature. Like when you have immaturity in life, it can lead to you making mistakes in your career. It could cost you your money, and And hopefully this will be a humbling experience for Ja if he doesn't make the All NBA team. But this also shows again immaturity by his people and himself, thinking that a counter lawsuit is going to sway the perceptions of people of who he is. He didn't do himself any favors when he posted that video on Instagram originally of him at the strip club. I think in most people's minds they view him as an immature kid and it trapped in a grown man's body. That's how I view him. He's very immature. I don't think he's going to change the media's perception of him. So I think this is like a futile attempt by him and his people, and it's just pretty dumb, especially with the playoffs coming. That he shouldn't be focused on this. He should be focusing on the Lakers and the challenge that's up ahead for his team. I just think this just shows again he's immature and he doesn't have the right people advising him. Just another thing I want to bring up about assault and battery and this stuff. I think people don't understand what self-defense is. I think most people don't have a clue. People think if someone punches you in the face, self-defense is not just knocking the shit out of that person. It's stomping all over him and putting him in like a body bag or a fucking wheelchair, and that's self-defense. But that's not self-defense. Self-defense legally is if someone puts their hands on you, you hit them back enough times to get them off of you, and that's it. You don't stomp them out or try to just break them in half. If you go that route, that's actually called excessive assault and battery, I believe. So that's how a lot of people can end up with criminal charges in a fight where they didn't start, but they ended up winning the fight and just continue to just slug the guy out. So for anybody, I would advise you to be very careful that you actually want to avoid fights if you can, because you could still end up getting a criminal record even if you defended yourself. So self-defense has a lot of gray in there when it comes to the legal system. And I would just advise anyone to be careful with that stuff. Really, a lot of people just don't know how this works. It shows again that Ja is just very dumb, and like I said, his group, the people are advising him, are very stupid too. I don't have anything else to say, but this shows again that Ja has a lot of growing up to do and maturing to do, and I'm not sure if he'll ever reach there, but we'll see.